Hey, welcome. We are looking at a line graph today, all right? And you may say, how do I answer an IELTS writing task 1? And to analyze this, we'll look at a line graph, look at the following question and the graph. You should spend about 20 minutes on this task. The line graph below shows changes in the amount and type of fast food consumed by Australian teenagers from 1975 to 2000. Summarize the information by selecting and reporting the main features and make comparisons where relevant. Write at least 150 words. Okay, so we have a consumption of fast food by Australian teenagers. All right, let's start from the left. Always start from the left, 1975. 1975, there were perhaps less than 5 million pizzas consumed by Australian teenagers. And then we go up to 1980, and there were 20 million pizzas consumed by Australian teenagers. Then we go up to 1985, and there were 40 million pizzas consumed by Australian teenagers. We go up to 1990, and there were 60 million pizzas consumed by Australian teenagers. We go up to 1995, and it's actually, yes, it peaks at about 82 million pizzas consumed by Australian teenagers. And then we have a flat line where it stays there at 82 million all the way through the year 2000. All right. Now we're going to look at fish and chips. Again, the left side of the page, please. In 1975, we see 100 million servings of fish and chips consumed by Australian teenagers. However, that goes down quite a bit by 1980 to about 82 million servings of fish and chips consumed by Australian teenagers. Then we have an incline where it goes up a bit in 1985 to approximately 95 million servings of fish and chips consumed by Australian teenagers. However, that is a temporary peak. And now we see a huge, consistent downturn starting in 1990 of only 80 million servings of fish and chips consumed by Australian teenagers. Another downturn going all the way down to 1995, where we have 60 million servings of fish and chips consumed by Australian teenagers, continuing a downward slide to the year 2000, where we have only 40 million servings of fish and chips consumed by Australian teenagers. Okay. Again, let's please start at the far left side of the page, 1975. We have approximately 10 million hamburgers consumed by Australian teenagers on a steady rise to 1980, where we have 40 million hamburgers consumed by Australian teenagers, up to approximately 1982, where we have 60 million hamburgers consumed by Australian teenagers, up to the year 1985, where we have about 82 million hamburgers consumed by Australian teenagers. They were on an upward slide. We go to 1990, where we have approximately 95 million hamburgers consumed by Australian teenagers, a continued rise, and finally a peak in 1995 of 100 million hamburgers consumed by Australian teenagers, and then it flatlines and it stays the same at 100 million through the year 2000. And that is our summary of the consumption of fast food by Australian teenagers from the year 1975 to the year 2000. And when we say fast food, we're talking about pizza, fish and chips, and hamburgers.